I'm still at work here at the motel. I'm trying to get it done. I've been doing this for roughly an hour now. It shouldn't take me too long with this new mower we got here. It is pretty quick. The only thing is I'm not really used to it. So that's why I decided to use it here, just so I can get the hang of this mower before we go out and try to get commercial properties. I do have one more hour left before I get off at the motel. I was scheduled to work 7 hours a day, which is a lot. I don't really want to work that much because this is supposed to be a part-time job. I still got to be able to get out and mow properties, and if I'm here for 7 hours, that's going to be really hard to do. But besides working here today, I did get a call to go mow a property, so once we get this done, that's where we're going to go. And just like that, all I got left to do is this little section here, then we're finally done. And I'm looking at the watch now, we are about to get off anyway, so that was perfect timing. I'm just going to put the mower on the trailer, get everything strapped down, go inside and speak to Ray and collect my money. Alright guys, so I just made $604 for today. So if I break that down, I worked 7 hours today at $22 an hour. That's $154 for my wage. Plus, I got $450 for mowing this property with my own mower. I think we did pretty good today, but the only thing is we need to go out mow our contracts or find some, and I'm pretty tired already. Usually I wouldn't take the morning shift, but that's all they had, and I want to make sure we can keep the money going. I know as of right now I still got $20,000, which seems like a lot of money, but it's not. If our vehicle right now breaks, I gotta find a replacement, and that would eat up most of that money, so I prefer to keep growing the money as long as possible. Alright guys, so I just pulled up to the first job, and as you guys can tell, the lawn is pretty overgrown. We're gonna get that cut. With this new mower, it should be pretty quick. There is a lot of trees on this property that we gotta go around, and speaking of those trees, that's the other part of this job. I need to cut down roughly 8 trees because they want a spot for a pool and a shed later on. So once I get all the grass cut, I'm gonna have to run to the rental store because I'm not gonna be able to lift these trees by myself. I'm gonna end up renting probably a skid steer with a grapple or a mini excavator, because I got a great idea. I'm just gonna leave the logs on the property and burn it. The homeowner's okay with it, and I am too, so I think that might be the best option. And I know what you guys are gonna say, why not just bring the logs to a sawmill so I can get some good profit? The sawmill is pretty far away from here. It's roughly 2 hours for me to drive down there, and if I do that, it's gonna take me 4 hours. I'm gonna lose out on mowing, and the logs around here are in high demand right now, so I'm not gonna get that much for it. It's not really worth the trip. Anyway, I got the property mowed. I do need to take my trailer over to the rental place, so I gotta leave my mower here, but I'm gonna be safe this time. I'm gonna chain it to this pole right here. There we go. At least this time no one's gonna steal my mower, and I'm hoping my trailer is big enough to put a skid steer or mini excavator on. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna rent yet. I just need to make sure it's gonna fit on the trailer. If not, I'm gonna have to pay to get it delivered, and it's not that cheap. It's roughly $200 for in-town delivery, and I really can't afford that, so we're gonna put it on this trailer. It's probably not the smartest idea, but if I can save $200, we're gonna try. It's probably not the best idea because this trailer right here is not rated for that kind of weight. It is a single axle trailer, so we might damage it more than $200. Wait a minute. Oh, it looks like they got a couple things in stock since I've been here last. So we got this weed whacker here. I do like that. I'm gonna ask them how much that costs because that is something I want to offer to my clients in the future. And there goes $580. So I spent $30 on this gas can right here. We're gonna need that to get the fire started, and I can use that for my mowers later on. The $550 was for the rental of the mini excavator, so I went back earlier to look at the machines they had here. The skid steer didn't have the right attachment. I didn't want to fool around with a bucket, and in order for them to get a grapple, it would take a week or two, and I just don't have the time for that. So I'm left with this mini excavator. It is a 75. It's probably a little bit too big for what we need it for, but that's the only thing they got here on the lot, and we need it today. And now for the hard part, I need to load this mini excavator on my single axle trailer. I don't think it's gonna fit, but we're gonna try anyway. Well guys, it's been roughly an hour and I'm finally back over to the job site, and let me tell you guys, that was probably the sketchiest thing I did. It's a good thing DOT wasn't out or I would have got a big fine. Our trailer is probably not in the best of shape right now, but it seems to be driving straight, and that's the main thing. So my plan right now is to park the mini excavator here, run back over to the Suburban, grab my axe. Guys, I priced up chainsaws and they're pretty expensive for just 8 trees, so we're gonna do it the old school way, get the axe out, chop everything down. I'm probably going to regret it, but we need the exercise anyway. So let me just grab my axe right here. But before I start cutting down trees, I'm going to double check with the homeowner to make sure which ones he wants down. Alright, so after speaking to the homeowner, he wants this one here knocked down and pretty much anyone around the house. There is a really big tree over there. I don't think we're going to deal with that one just because that's going to be a lot of work with an axe. So we decided not to do that one with the homeowner. I just did that so I wouldn't have to cut it down with an axe. Anyway, let's try to get the rest of these down. We're going to grab the mini excavator, bring everything into a pile. That way we can put gas on it to start this fire. But guys, I didn't do everything correct when I got this job. So in order to really burn a big fire like this, you need a permit from the fire department to have an open burn, and I didn't get one. So we could get in big trouble if they come by or anybody reports us to the police. So I gotta be careful or I'm gonna end up with a really big fine or the homeowner, and I really don't want that. So I got a few options I can do to avoid that. I can have a little fire, put a little bit of wood in each time, just keep it really small so it looks like a backyard fire. Or option 2, which is my favorite one, we're gonna put all the wood into one big pile, put all the gas on it and light it, and hopefully it burns out pretty quick. But it's gonna be a big fire, you're gonna definitely see it across town. So that's the only thing I'm worried about, but I think that might be my best option. I weighed out everything that could go wrong with this option, like where we're burning the wood, we're by other trees and they can catch on fire, and that's not going to be good, or his house can catch on fire. We didn't have rain in roughly a week now, so everything is super dry. The grass could catch on fire. There is a lot of things that could go wrong, but I'm willing to risk everything like that because I can't be here all day feeding a little fire. I could be out mowing contracts, so we're just going to take the risk and hopefully nothing bad happens. Well guys, it's been roughly 15 minutes. I got all the trees put into a pile. The only thing left for me to do is go grab the gas can, get that put all over the fire. Now, do I need the whole thing? Probably not. Am I going to use the full thing? Yeah, I am. So we're going to go over, get that all put on the trees. So I'm going to start over here, pour out as much as possible. I need to get it all the way around because I need this fire to go up quick and burn fast. So the more gas I use, the better it's going to be, I think. I haven't really done this before, so I need to be careful. Anyway, we used all the gas and I just realized I didn't bring over the box of matches, so I need to go back to the Suburban and get that. I know I got some, I just can't remember where I put them. So let's check the front seat. Where are they too? I don't see them. Let's check the back. Oh, I see them. Okay, that's good, guys. I didn't want to have to run to the store to get some matches. I want to get this job done before we get in trouble. And now for the part I'm dreading. Let's get the match out and light this. Holy... You gotta be kidding me, guys. That went up a lot higher than I thought. Oh, this fire is massive. We're gonna get in trouble. Hopefully everything burns the way it's supposed to. So guys, I got some pretty exciting news. So when I was leaving the fire, the neighbor right next door came over and asked if I mow his property. So we're just gonna get our mower over there, get that trimmed up. And the good part is I can still look at the fire, make sure everything is burning the way it's supposed to. And if things go sour, guys, there's really nothing I can do. I weighed out my options. The only thing I have here to help with the fire is a small garden hose, and that's not going to do it. So I think my best option would be to run away. Yeah, leave town, run away, start somewhere fresh, and hopefully we never do stuff like this again. But that's if things go sour. I don't think they will. Everything looks to be burning okay right now. Alright, so it's been roughly an hour now, and as you guys can tell, the fire's gone out. So my math was pretty correct when I put all that gas on. It burned pretty fast and we didn't have any trouble. So I'm going to put the mower back on the trailer, go over collect my money from this neighbor, and I just made $240 mowing this property while I was on fire watch. I don't think that's too bad. So right now I do need to bring the mini excavator back over to the rental place, but in order for me to do that, I need to get rid of my mower. So we're gonna go over to the motel, which isn't too far away from here, drop everything off just to make things easier. I don't like leaving my mowers out in town, especially after the Massey got stolen, so this is my safest option. Anyways, I just got back over to the job. I'm going to get the mini loaded up onto the trailer. It's gonna be pretty hard. Hopefully our trailer don't break. I do need this to last for a little bit, so I'm going to take my time putting it on the trailer. try to be as gentle as possible, but I'm going to be bringing this back over earlier than I was supposed to. I might be able to get a store credit, which would help me out in the future. It's been roughly 45 minutes, but I'm back over to the rental place. I'm just dropping off the excavator before I run inside, get everything straightened away. I should have a credit of $200 if my math is correct. Just going to turn off the machine, make sure I got everything out. Let's get the door shut and probably locked up. There we go. I got that done. I'm going to go inside, like I said, get that all dealt with. Then we're going to go back over to that job we just finished. That way I can get my money. Alright guys, so I just pulled up to the property. I'm going to go over and collect my money and get on with my day. I just made $3,500 doing this job. It took me roughly 3 hours to do, and that's including fire watch, which I was at the neighbor's house mowing his property, so I ended up making more money with that. I think overall we did pretty good today, but it is still pretty early in the day. So I did get a call to come over and mow this commercial property. I was going to wait till tomorrow because it's probably going to take me roughly 3 hours to do. There is a lot of grass here, but I did knock on a few doors. We didn't get any more contracts, so instead of wasting the rest of the day, I decided to come over here. Hopefully we can get this done pretty quick. I do want to end up moving my camper closer to town. I think we're losing a lot of time where it's so far away. So I was talking to Ray and he said I could put my camper over by the motel, just on the other side of the fence, and that way I'm closer to work, I'm closer to town, so it just makes everything a lot easier. The only thing I'm worried about right now is it's starting to get pretty late. I don't want to be moving that in the dark because I don't have a truck anymore. I'm going to have to try to somehow put it on the trailer, and it's not really designed to be put on the trailer, so I'm going to have to get some blocks or something to hold it up just long enough to bring it to town. And the worst part is that road is super bumpy, but I don't want to be doing it in the dark. It's going to take me roughly an hour or so try to get everything set up. So if I don't get this done within the next hour, I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow, and I really don't have the time to do it tomorrow because you know what I just did? I picked up another morning shift at the motel because I was expecting to have my camper brought down there, and it wouldn't be so bad because I could sleep in, but if I don't get it brought down tonight, I just messed myself up again. I've been mowing for roughly 35 minutes now guys, and I don't think I'm going to get it done within that hour period I thought. It's probably going to take me roughly an hour and a half to do if I keep up the pace I'm going right now, which is still going to cut it pretty close, but at least I might be able to get my camper brought down tonight. I finally got this done. It took me an hour and 45 minutes to do. It did take a little bit longer. I'm hoping that didn't mess me up for later on. So I just made $900 mowing this property. It took me an hour and 45 minutes to do. I think I can get it done a little bit faster next time if I can get this contract, but the thing is I won't know if I got this contract until the grass is long enough again. They do things a little bit different around here. You don't really get reoccurring contracts like we did over in Elm Creek. A lot of times around here it's first come first serve and whoever got the better prices, so that's one thing I gotta work on. I gotta work on my time management and my pricing because it's still not the best. Anyways, after freaking around for about an hour and almost losing my mind, I finally got this put on the trailer. I had to get this box to lift it up high enough so I can get the jacks off the ground, but if we hit one bad bump, it could be game over. Anyways guys, this is going to be it for this video, and if you guys are enjoying the mowing series and would like to see it continue in the future, smash the like button, subscribe, and consider turning on notifications. That way you're notified every time I post a video. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later.